Wild! I saw a little thing change and I wasn't paying attention. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Yay.
Hello, welcome friends.
Hi everybody! Long time no see.
Hello. It's been like 2 weeks.
I know.
That's so much
it feels like a long
happened.
time.
It does.
That's
We still have
true.
caption. We still have captions.
Nice. Yes.
Yes.
We're doing new tech things, you know?
Yeah.
We're so cool. Just in case you didn't know.
Yeah, in case nothing else about us indicated that we might be kind of cool in some way or shape or...
We both cut her.
Oh my god, yeah,
I
we cut our
forgot
hair.
about that.
Look at this.
I got excited.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at
We have the same length.
This isn't just our hair like tucked back. Like my hair is that short. And Michaela's hair is that short.
And do you want to know who cut my hair? Claire. We were in the same place. And so she cut all my hair off. And then I watched Claire get her hair cut off because I didn't want to do it, but our friend did it.
Yep. Our friend who's also
named Claire. And she helped cut my hair also. So I had 2 Claires cutting hair on my head.
On Michaela's head. And then one Claire cut my hair. Yes.
Yes.
And it's funny because I think we are both really happy with what our hair looks like right now. But Michaela wanted her hair to be shorter, and I wanted my hair to be a little longer. But it's settled to where we have even haircuts.
It ended up right in the middle, and now we have the same length.
Yes.
Exciting.
It's so exciting. Yes.
Thanks for letting us talk about our hair, guys.
Yeah, well, we're just, I don't know.
Yeah. What else is new? We have captions. We talked about that. We're here.
I don't know what was happening last time. We had wonderful guests last time. Ron and Claire. Another Claire. Different Claire than the one who cut our hair.
Yes.
It's
so many Claires. All the Claires. All the time.
I've met a lot of Claires lately, and it's very good.
Yeah.
Claires are great.
They were on last time, and it was very fun. We've loved having them for this past month, and maybe we'll bring them back sometime, but
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. Good future thing.
Yes.
I don't know. This is nice. I'm happy to be back.
It's funny because when I was there when we were in the same place when our hair got cut. I'm gonna still talk about our hair. You just buckle in.
Go for it.
But
yes,
buckle up. Buckle in. Buckle up. Buckle. Buckle your seat belts if you're sitting, and if you're standing. If you're standing, then sit down and then buckle up. I guess I don't know. I forgot that Michaela cut her hair, so when we got on a call today, I was like, oh my gosh, your hair's so nice. Your hair that I cut, it's still cut. Oh my gosh.
Wow, it's still that length? What?
Yeah, I completely forgot. I'm a goldfish. It's okay. Fair. My memory is short. Yep. Yeah. Just like my hair.
It was a very fun time. Oh my goodness. It all comes back together. Amazing.
Yep.
I love it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yes. Yeah.
Good. So good.
I don't know. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm so giddy. It feels like it's been so long since we've had like just a normal stream. That I don't know. It's just the two of us. I'm at home. Like
Michaela's at home. No chaos.
No chaos. Oh my goodness.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Knock on wood.
Currently, no chaos.
Yeah.
I did it. You're welcome.
Good job. Thank you. I love it.
I don't know. The fact that it's just the two of us and that we're today's gonna be let's
we should talk about that.
Yeah.
What are we doing today?
Welcome, friends. If you don't know who we are anddragons.
Woo!
And we love TTRPGs and character creation. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my captions. It said I like peaches instead of... You know. They are what they are.
Doing great.
Peaches are good too, but we like RPGs and D&D, and we like building characters. And today is going to be a little more casual.
Very.
Just, TTRPG variety chatting, if you will. Maybe we'll talk some character specific stuff. Yes, it's the Claire and Michaela show today. We'll do whatever.
I have a list of questions that I want to ask Claire, and maybe Claire can ask me too, and we'll go back and forth asking questions, and we'll just talk more about D&D, and it'll be really fun. Also, I have my feet hanging off the bed, and I normally don't, and so I keep like instinctually bouncing myself. So if you just see me bouncing, I'm sorry. ADHD.
Oh, we could talk about lore.
Yeah, definitely can talk about lore. Actually, we could talk about the library.
Part of me also kind of wants to talk a little bit about Webster a little bit too, because Webster is if you saw our one shot a couple weeks ago, Webster is an NPC that was there. But then in another one-on-one shot, Webster was also there because we built Webster into a character's backstory many months ago. Yeah. And I love Websters.
Yes. Also, if you guys have any questions y'all want to ask us, D&D, TTRPG related, feel free to send them in the chat. Thank you, Marshall. Yeah. Well, we can just talk about that stuff.
Yeah. It's the Claire McKaylee chat show today. Is the thing that's happening basically. Yeah.
Nice, fun, cool vibe.
Yes.
Do we want to do disclaimers and intro?
Yeah.
And then get into it?
Sure. Okay. Also, if any of our tech stuff is a wackadoodle, like if our audio is weird or video, feel free to let us know, because
sometimes we don't know. And we won't know till you tell us.
The thing that's giving us captions is also supposed to be giving us some bit rate issue relief. So hopefully, if there's any issues, it might be like audio or something. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll figure it out. It's gonna be great.
Right. Disclaimers.
Yes.
So normally we do disclaimers for character creation. It probably still applies. I think it applies still. Yeah.
Just like whatever. More low key. Yeah.
Yeah. We just do them because that feels kind of official, and it makes us feel a little bit more official. Maybe. Do we need them? Maybe. Mm-hmm. Okay. Disclaimers.
Better safe than sorry.
Mm-hmm. Better safe than sorry.
You got it.
Yeah, we're not affiliated with the TTRPGs we talk about, like Dungeons and Dragons, like Wizards of the Coast, or the Darrington Press, or any of the TTRPGs we talk about. Powered by the Apocalypse, Monster of the Week, Monster Hearts. You know, just we love them all, and we love playing them and building characters, but we are not affiliated currently. I don't know what that even means, honestly.
You know, that's a future question.
But
we'll see.
We're just vibing over here with the character creation stuff.
Yes.
That one is one of the disclaimers. We look wholesome, but we curse. So we are adults.
Yeah.
The captions might censor us, but we still say the words, so.
I know. Look, if I say fuck, it's going to put a little star over the fuck part. Right? Is it going to do it? I got to watch now.
Yeah, it
did it? Nice. I love it. It's so weird.
It also censors your name because it doesn't register McKaylee. Oh,
yeah.
McKaylee.
Well,
McKaylee?
My name is made up, so it's fine. Also, if you want to know, it's spelled like it's right there. So, it's fine.
True. That's absolutely true.
Just never gonna spell it right.
It's okay.
It thinks I'm Michaela.
I know. That's the closest. When you say Michaela, it's... But when I say Michaela,
it's so funny. Why the fuck?
I'll be honest, as soon as we got these captions, I just said your name once, realized it didn't understand it, and then I said it like 30 times just to see if I could pronounce it in different ways to make it get the right spelling. But you're right, it's a made-up word, which is cool.
Why don't you say like Michael-y?
I tried that.
Too then.
It
did
Michael
not do
Lee.
it?
Well, did Michael Lee space, but there was like McKaylee is how if you were Italian, how you would say Michael, right? Sort of like the accent is.
I don't know. I have no idea, honestly.
That's the closest I've heard your name said without it actually being your name.
Michael Lie. Michael Lai. That word? No?
No. Doing L-A-I.
What about Michael A? Michael A?
A?
If you say it really fast, we'll do it as one word.
Michael E.
Hey, it's me!
No, it just doesn't know you yet. That's all.
You know, when my parents were coming up with my name, instead of having a list of what name should we give our baby, you know, like your parents do sometimes, they had a list of how do we spell her name? Because they literally they mispronounced somebody else's name over the like announcements at something my parents were at. And my parents were like, that mispronunciation of another name would be a great name for our baby.
To be fair, when I'm naming D&D characters, I do that.
You mispronounce names?
Well, if I hear a mispronounced name and it sounds cool, I'm gonna use it.
You know, it'd be great in the fantasy world. Unfortunately, you know, I'm not in the fantasy world. Yeah.
That's true. That is true.
I had to try and give somebody my Instagram on Saturday, and I had a really hard time being like, oh yeah, so, McKaylee is... It's fine. It's whatever. It's okay. I'm over it.
It's fine. It's no big deal. McKaylee. McKaylee.
Not gonna work.
No, not gonna work.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I think the closest I got it was like Michael I, but like together. I don't remember what I said. I should have noted it.
I know. Write it down. Yeah. I love it.
Yes. But yeah, we curse.
That was where we started with this conversation. Oh boy, the tangents are gonna be chaos today, y'all.
Woo! Yeah. Hey, we don't have an agenda, so
that's true.
Well, we do kind of, but it's, you know,
low key.
Whatever.
It's a low key agenda.
Yes. So yeah, we are cute and kind, but we're adults. Yeah. I don't know what we're talking about today, so I don't know if this will come into play, but just
probably not.
Generally, be respectful is the what it comes down to. Especially with the character building stuff and that sort of thing. Absolutely, Marshall, you're right.
One day.
yeah, that's for sure. That's it.
And then
all you have
everyone
to do.
Know how to pronounce it. It'll be fine.
No problems.
One day.
It'll happen.
We'll see.
Just gotta.
We'll see. I don't know if I want to get that famous at all. That's maybe not the level of fame I want.
Seems like it would be really intense.
Very intense.
Especially with a unique name, so then they would be less likely to mistake it.
True.
Maybe.
True.
Or they would be more likely to mistake it, and I just, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
See what the future holds.
That thing, and then I think that was all of our disclaimers.
Yeah. Should we do the intro and then get into some questions?
Yeah, let's do our intro video. That's so cute and made by McKaylee. Yeah. Okay, ready, set, go. Okay.
Character building.
The character building. Wow, so cute.
Our hair is so long, man.
It's so
That's so funny.
We went like that.
I was like, do you see? Long hair. That's so funny. I don't know why I forgot. It's been a week. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what my hair looked like.
Yeah.
Funny.
Different. Your seatbelts are still buckled, I hope. We're talking about hair all day today.
Nope, now we're done. That's it. Okay, question number 1.
Okay.
Well, I think, first off, we should talk about the library, because Marshall asked about it in chat.
Oh, yeah. I have to pull something up, I think.
I know, I'm like, wait. Okay. The library, for those who don't know, which I think everybody here maybe knows, but that's just over almost a year now of making characters randomly. We somehow built into almost every single one of our characters' backstory this goddamn library.
Yes. I feel like
where did it start from? Who was the first one?
Who's the first one? Marshall might know. I'll look though while we. I think it just became.
I'm pulling up my thing.
A library a library lost to time.
Lost to time.
That is rumored to have many powerful texts and tomes and stuff. I think that's like a very easy thing to have as an element in world building, to have like a big thing that a lot of people are interested in finding that could be very bad.
Yeah, that's what Marshall, a lot of our characters started with having books, and we were like, we needed a big thing to connect, like to make this world and to make people like have goals and stuff connected around. And I was looking it up. Addie, our human artificer that we built, our 4th ever character, they had a book that we decided was a library book that we stole and we're trying to return, and that's where it all stemmed from.
But it was stolen from the cloister where Addie studied. Was forced to study. But that book wasn't supposed to be. No, Atticus wasn't. Atticus was the one who they chose to be there, or their parents put them there as a kid. Addie's not that old, right? But it was another. Yeah, we have another character that was kidnapped and forced into the cloister. That's a different person. Yes, that's Finn, right?
Yeah. But Addie was the one who. What?
We should do character trivia where we have to remember all of the characters that we built, which would be just.
Can we make a Jeopardy game? One of those Jeopardy PowerPoints used to in high school, but just fill it in with like world facts and. What is characters, Claire? I'd like to do the section on characters. Yeah. There you go.
Is that Jeopardy? I can never remember which one's which.
Yeah, right?
No. Is Jeopardy the one where you say
what is
for...
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because you pick a category.
You answer it in the form of a question?
Yeah. And you pick a category by saying this category for this number. The answer pops up. And then you say, like it says, grew up in a cloister that was evil and found a book there. And you say, what is Atticus?
But who is Atticus? The category. Do you know what I mean?
You say it the way you just did.
Oh, with the numbers?
Where you say, I would like this, and this for this much money. Do y'all have a timeline of the library? Can I go?
You go. Yeah, you go, McKaylee. Yeah.
I love this library so much. Okay, so it used to be a part of a Yuan-Ti civilization that was evil and stuff. So thousands of years ago, it was an actual working library that people could go to. To get into the library, though, because this was basically like the Lost Library of Alexandria, Right? It had like information.
Also, like, that library in in Avatar is also just
pretty much
that one too. Media repeats itself forever. It's whatever.
Honestly. But it has like so many different like pieces of knowledge. There's a lot of demonic and infernal stuff that you cannot find anywhere else. But it's a super magically shrouded library. There's an order there that is there to protect the library. Which is it spans generations of these furbolgs, I think. No, what are they?
Well,
it was a family thing, but
you keep talking. I'll look around.
There's a family that has been in charge of, I think, bugbears. That has been in charge of protecting. I know what they look like, but I don't remember who it was.
Hobgoblins.
Yeah.
Hobgoblins. Hobgobs.
So there's a family of hobgoblins that for generations has been tasked with protecting this library. And if you would like to go into this library, you have to sacrifice a ton of shit, like, to get into it. You have to pass all these challenges and stuff. And depending on how far into the library you want to get, because there's different sections of it. This library is super magical. Eventually, a thing happened. We have not settled on what it is, but it collapsed the entire library. While Rhett and Ira are owl folk who sacrificed so much to get in there, including her own wings.
Rhett is a hobgob.
Well, Rhett was in there. Yeah, Rhett's a hobgob. And Ira was also in there, who is an owl folk.
Oh, is Rhett's our happiest character?
Yes.
Is that right? Oh, that's
right. And Ira's our saddest character, and they were both in the library during this big natural or magical disaster that caused the library to sink underground and be trapped, or maybe in a pocket dimension. We're not really sure where it is exactly, to be lost to time. However, multiple characters have found books from it or have a key to bring it back to the surface world, or they're being told by they have an ancient deity or demonic spirit in their head trying to send them there. There's like, so everybody has something that's leading them to this library. It's
whether
cool.
It's just that the book they have is magic and compelling them to find it and they don't know, or it's like McKaylee said, like a deity sort of thing, sort of nudging someone in that direction, and they don't know and they also know, or they know, or something is. It's basically a variety of knowing that they're going there and not knowing that they're going there.
Yeah. Some people don't know what their destination is. Yeah.
Some people have like a cursed item that is showing them like, I think, is it Calypso?
I think so.
Has a journal that when they draw in it. My bad. When they draw in it, it, like, the painting that shows up indicates a location that they seem to be following.
Makes their paintings eerie.
I will say, with the things I've DM'd, so the one-on-one shots and then the last game, I've added stuff to the library that I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you, because we're both building characters in this thing.
I know, this is a really fun, complicated one for me and Claire, because we're like, we want to do a one-shot that involves the library, but we both know all this information about the library, and as we DM, we're both making up information about the library, but then it's like, if I would have to then, like, if I was going to do it, take over control of what the lore is and then give it back to you to then you take over the lore is. And it's like,
it would be like
messy.
To be fair though, I've sort of justified not telling you stuff about the library because the library is so big. And
there's a lot of information.
There's a lot of stuff in there. So I think it makes sense that maybe something happening on one side of the library is not something you would have to.
We did decide. So Ira, the owl folk lady who cut her wings off to gain access to the library and sacrificed her girlfriend. Very fun. She was a cartographer. So we decided that she has been, during the thousands of years that she has been trapped in the library, not aging, she's mapped the entirety of the library for as much as she can explore, or, physically, because maybe there's some portions that are blocked off to her, but like she's got access to most of the library and has mapped it out and is possibly an NPC that were somebody to be traversing the halls of the library, they might run into her. So this sad little owl folk with no wings.
Honestly, the more we build characters and talk about this and also discuss the fact that we aren't sharing certain things because of reasons between each other, it almost makes it feel like the only way that we can let it exist is if we like make it into like a little book or something, so that somebody else could use it,
could take it,
get all the secrets, and then we would have the, you know what I mean, like
then they could make it one shot.
I've recently been playing a video game. I don't play video games, but I was just thinking about like the how there's like characters that everyone, when a game is like super well known, everyone knows that a certain character exists in a certain place, but you have to go find them. So I don't know, it feels like everyone knowing that Ira would have the map, that's chill. They just have to go find her. So
it's just a matter of finding where she is. Or you have to do something specific to call her out, or like, I don't know, becomes a fun little like manhunt in a cute way.
Would be fun. Addressing this side note, I have seen the Avatar RPG. I haven't read through everything, but it looks really exciting and good.
I think we talked about when it came out, we talked about it with our old group about maybe playing a one shot of it, but we never did. And so I think maybe that's something we could look into. Maybe.
I
don't know. I think it'd be really fun. Because we've also talked about expanding into other RPGs. Because we did our month of monsters, where we did Monster of the Week. But there's so many cool TTRPGs, and ones like that
many really cool
are really cool. Ones that are based on other media are so fun.
It's interesting because some, I don't know, I've realized very recently that I have not played that many TTRPGs because there are so many cool ones. And I guess I just don't play enough games. Maybe that's what it is. Or we're newer on the scope of like time that we could have been playing like TTRPGs. We've had less time to like dive into all of them.
I know, because we've only been playing since college. Most people that we interact with in the D&D community have been playing since like high school, and they're like maybe sometimes a decade older than us, and we're like, well, we don't have that much time with it, but considering we've gotten a lot of experience.
There's no bad time to get started.
True.
It's very good.
I know.
Legend of the Lost Cartographer. Things with backstories in the last one shot are adding to the library for sure.
Okay.
I just think, I don't know, it makes sense to me. It's a place of knowledge. Everything we do is going to impact it, probably. Even if it's not directly. I don't think we ever came up with like a name for what the library was like known as or anything like that.
Nope. I made a symbol for what the guards, like the guards emblem looks like, and that's as far as it went in terms of that, of like any creation surrounding it. But
I'm trying to remember what the symbol was. Do you remember?
Well, if you look up on our Instagram, we have
McKaylee's made stuff.
Yeah, well, I made a art of where are they? Rhett, it was posted. This was in August. That was a long time ago. It's just on his chest. It was it's not great. I would like to redo it. It's a feather and a dagger crossed. That's
right. We talked about this more during Rhett's character build.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he's evil and wants to bring the library to the surface, even though we've determined that doing so would be a very, very, very bad thing and might hurt a lot of people.
So much that our happiest character is evil, because that just feels good. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a fun time. He's just happy. It's set in his morals, even if they're bad.
It's also that, I don't know. I don't think it's I know we roll for alignments because it's one of the things that is included, and it's sometimes helpful to understand the way your character might react to something if you're
stuck in a
familiar
situation.
And you're like, what would my character fall to if I am not sure. I don't know. I don't think it's as strict as maybe we make it sound, like, oh, chaotic neutral. People are super dynamic, so a character being evil isn't totally wild, but I do think it's a nice flavor. Yeah.
True.
For sure.
That was one of the questions I wrote down.
What was it?
What are your thoughts on alignment in your own games? Like, whenever you play a character. Like, are you super crazy about it? I know you just semi-answered the question, but
I think it depends, because I know we've talked about how we build characters not randomized like this, like before we started doing this. The way that I build characters starts in multiple places. Like, it doesn't always start in the same spot. Like, I don't always start with the class, or I don't always start with the race or background or any of the... It varies.
Sure.
And I think by the time I've gotten to filling out the alignment, I already know what the vibe of the character, what I expect the vibe to be, what I expect the character to look like. So then I'll just pick that. I do think I tend towards the more chaotic ones, simply because it's fun. I don't know.
Yeah. It's fun to be a little chaos. Man.
Yeah.
I did, me and my roommates built triplets, which I've mentioned on stream before. We were 3 halflings in a trench coat, except that we go by wholelings. Excuse you very much. We are whole people, not half people.
My apologies.
Thank you.
So sorry.
But I built my character to be a little more like lawful and like more neutral. But then I would be sitting next to one of my roommates who is just an absolute chaos person in the best way possible. I fucking love her. And her character is just chaos. And so she would get very chaotic, and then I would get very chaotic, and then we'd just be very chaotic, and now we just like scream and shit, and it's like very fun. And I'm like, I have completely lost where this alignment was supposed to be. She's now chaotic. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So
yeah,
it's been a really good time.
Yeah, that's why I don't know. I like that it's flexible, or I like when it is flexible, because it's people. People are flexible and people are dynamic and stuff.
Yeah, I did. Whenever we did Strahd, I had a really hard time when my character got turned. Her alignment changed to evil. not gonna lie, I was a little sad about that for a while because I was like, I don't know what to do with this.
How
like,
am I
don't know
to do this.
Yeah, like it just felt really weird that I didn't know how to play it and I didn't know what it meant and how it changed things, and it just was very like, I don't know. I don't like magic items that like require an alignment or that change your alignment. I'm
and there
not
are
about that.
Spoiler alert, there are a lot of things in that campaign that could change your alignment.
Yeah. Well, because you're in an evil place and the land's tainted or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes total sense. But yeah,
it's very frustrating.
I could tell it was really hard for you to know how to.
I was having a really rough time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I love that character and I didn't want her to be evil.
But then dreams fucking saved you. The dream made the DM say, your alignment's gone back to normal.
Yeah, she did do that. That was kind of fun. Oh, man. Terrible.
I love it. Oh, I love it.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I think when I first started playing, I really did think alignment was like a black and white thing that you needed. Like, it was a requirement. And then I DM'd for the first time. I DM'd way too early also. The first time I ever DM'd, I should have waited and learned more before I did. Just gonna throw that out there. I felt very underprepared, and knowing what I know now, I'm like, man, I didn't know shit when I tried to DM. But I had a character be like, I don't want to pick an alignment. I don't do that. And I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, I got so pissed. I was like, how does this change things? They don't have an alignment. So I've learned now that it's not black and white, and I play that way now. So it's very funny. I don't know, thinking back to that. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Time.
I realized that McKaylee made this list of questions and I hadn't read it yet, so I was just perusing the question.
Claire, I worked so hard on it.
You wrote this up 20 minutes before we went live. What are you talking about?
I worked so hard on it.
What do you mean?
Look at how fancy this document is. It's got a title. They're all in Georgia font. Look at that serif. I love that one.
Some of these questions, I feel like we know the answers to based on how we talk. So, that's fine. McKaylee.
Yes. Claire.
What's the best trinket that you've ever had?
See, I wanted to ask you that question because I like your answer. Yep. I didn't want you to ask me that question because I don't have an answer.
Are you gonna counterspell my question?
Hold on. Let me think for a second. Because I do really like looking through the Feywild table of trinkets. Those are all really fun. And also, most of them are wooden, and it made me laugh when I read that.
Oh, yeah.
Because you were reading, we were rolling, and when Claire got the book, the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and we were on a call, and I would just roll D100s, and Claire would read off what I got. And as it went down the list, for like 5 rolls in a row, everything was wooden, and we were like, what the fuck is happening? That made me laugh.
So much. Yeah.
Why? I do like, there's one that is just like, I can't remember if it's in the player's handbook trinket table or if it's in the Ravenloft one. You know, the gothic one. But it's like a jar of fingernails.
Oh, great.
I think that's so weird.
So good.
And yeah. Also, the little statue that gives you nightmares when you set it beside your bed. I like that one.
That one is pretty good. That one, yeah, that one's great. I love that one so much.
It's fun. I like it gives you dreams. I like dreams in D&D. I think it's fun.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
And I like anything that fucks with your head a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite trinket, Claire? If I could ask you.
Probably the first campaign that we played, right?
Which one?
The other one was a one-shot.
Yeah. That was our first full campaign. Yeah.
The first campaign. I'm trying to remember what it specifically is.
I think it's it's like in the 80s.
I got it.
Yeah.
It's in 97. Number 97.
That's close. Nice.
Which is hilarious to me because I like the number 97.
It's a good number.
It is a good number.
That's the year I was born.
So the yeehaw. I had a tiny mechanical spider that moves about when it's being observed.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, sick, love it, cute.
Amazing.
The best. And then
fantastic.
Like 10 minutes into our campaign, we all got knocked out by stuff and woke up in a cave. And I pulled that spider out and I was like, everyone close your eyes. And we all closed our eyes. And the spider
it didn't move, right?
It didn't. Wait.
Because if it moves when it's being observed.
It moves when it's not being observed.
Yeah.
So it didn't move, and we were like, somebody's watching us. Oh shit.
Every single time we have this mind fuck where we're like, wait, okay, no one was looking at it, and it.
Every single time I had to open the player's handbook back up and be like, what is it again? I don't remember the word.
If it is moving, then
yes. Yeah. So somebody had kidnapped us and was watching us get out of this cave thing. So it was a surprisingly handy little trinket, and it's so cute, and I love it.
It worked out really well.
I also really liked Ron's trinket from the one shot.
That was fun.
The second one, I think, the second one, because the first one was the daffodil swaying to music, but the second one was the 1-inch painting of a sleeping elf. I liked that one.
It's cute.
That elf didn't stay sleeping. No.
The elf went running after us. And we set it on fire.
I will neither confirm nor deny what happened with the elf.
I don't think we did, but TR did set a field of roses on fire, so
yep.
Yay!
Woo!
Woo!
So fun.
Love it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Yeah.
Yep. Amazing.
Hey, Claire.
Hey, McKaylee.
Who brought you into the role-playing world?
The role-playing world? Do you mean
like D&D and TTRPGs? Okay. Not acting.
See, whenever I was gonna say, when you say role-playing, my brain immediately goes to no.
Oh. Yay! I was kind of role-playing you meant, right?
That's not where I was gonna go, but
obviously.
I think that would go after D&D in my head, but okay. That's fine. No, I was gonna say theater, because that's basically what theater is. You play a role. You play a role.
Yes. Okay. Well, D&D themed. Who brought you into that?
McKaylee and I's best friend brought us in with a one shot where we've talked about this before. We had to go save Joe's daughter, and then we did, and then we lost Joe, and he's still gone.
I know, we're never
still out there
Joe
somewhere.
again.
Where's Joe? Yep. And we were Robin Hood and Little John, and that...
Robin Hood, Little John, walking through the woods.
We did that the whole time. The entire...
Yes.
The entire... No stop. And I know we've said this before. Yeah. It was great.
I think that was where I played a barbarian in that with a great axe. Mm-hmm. And I was like, fuck yeah, this is amazing. Because then we took those characters and we used them in another Friends campaign.
Mm-hmm. But we built edited them. Those were auto-generated characters. Because, yeah.
Because we'd never played before. And they were like, we're just going to play like a little bit so that you can see what it's like. And we were like, okay.
Sure. Yeah.
And then we joined like 3 campaigns immediately after. So we dove headfirst right into it. And it was wonderful and fun.
Yeah, it was.
But I think that was my first ever character was a barbarian. And now I only really play barbarians. So this keeps falling and I'm going to die. Yeah. It's a good time.
Oh. This one's a question you wrote for yourself, I can tell.
Did I?
Tell me about your weird dice superstitions, McKaylee. We all know you have them.
I would like to say... I got these questions, actually. Spoiler. No. We have a list for Twitter questions that we brainstormed of, like, these are questions we can ask on our Twitter about, like, you know, maybe ask people about D&D stuff. And one of them on that pre-made list was this question. And I just switched it onto here. Because I'll tell mine, but then I want to know if you have any. Because
you wrote the question for Twitter, McKaylee.
I did. And then I put it right on here, too.
Yep.
So, I'm actually... we're gonna have a PowerPoint party at my house soon, and my PowerPoint is one slide that just says, let's roll dice, and I'm gonna give everybody a set of dice, and I'm gonna teach them my method. So, what you do is you take all of your dice in chunks, because maybe sometimes you have too many dice, and it's too hard, but you can do it in little chunks, too. However many you can fit in your hand, and you roll them, and then you split them up by whoever rolled in the top half and whoever rolled in the lower half, and you keep them on separate sides. Top is on the right, bottom's on the left. Teehee. And then once you have all your dice split up like that, you're gonna roll your bottoms first because they are sad and need some help. And you know, you want your good ones to go last. So what you're gonna do. Oh, also, once you roll all of them, okay, as you're going, if anybody rolls a 1, they immediately go to dice jail. Nat 1s are immediate dice jail. Nat 20s, immediate pass. They go, or like, you know, if it's a D6, Nat 6, if it's a D8, Nat 8, they immediately pass and they get put in the pile on the top section of your dice tray, okay? If they lose, they're in dice jail. Then what you do, so you take your bottoms and you're gonna roll them with disadvantage. Same rules still apply. If they get a nat of the max, they go up to the top. If they get a nat 1, they go to dice jail. But you roll with disadvantage. And if they get twice, so if you roll twice with them both getting in the top half of their number grouping, so if it's like a D20, if they're a 10 or above, which whatever's the half line also counts as a pass at this stage. At the first stage, it doesn't. At the second stage, if you roll a 3 on a D3 or a D6, it succeeds. But if you're in the first half of rolling and you roll a 3, that's a fail. So once you roll all those with disadvantage, then you put all your dice either in the success or in the dice jail. Then you do your tops. And when you roll your tops, they do it with advantage. So the first time they succeed, they make it. If they fail, you can roll again. Yeah. And that's it. That's how you do it. And then whatever you have left in your top group, those are your dice for the game.
And remind us how many dice you have and how long this takes.
I have 27 sets, so this maybe takes me about like 10 minutes. What I do now, I will say, to lessen this, is I pick out like at least 4 sets for a game that I think match the vibes of my character, and I'll roll just those. And if I need more dice because a bunch of them were failing, I'll take out another set. I'll do the thing again.
In the moment, you do the thing again?
Well, this is all like pre-game. All of this is
pre-game. What if in the moment, all of your dice roll 1s, and so, but then you still have to roll 1 more d6 for damage? But you don't have time to test.
Then I just gotta pick one and hope for the best. Yeah.
Okay.
Pick and hope for the best. I did on Sunday. On Sunday, I played a game at a friend's house, but it was immediately after work. I got out of work late. I was very pissed, and I just grabbed a single set of dice and a bag of D20s, and I went. And so when I got there, I realized, A, I didn't have my D6 because it's still in my fucking dice jail. And B, I didn't have enough dice to do that system because I didn't have my dice jail. And I didn't have enough dice to get rid of any. And then do you want to know what happened? I almost died. I was making a new character twice because twice I passed out and had to roll death saving throws. So, this is why you do the system.
And does the amount of dice that fail tell you how the session will go?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That'll tell you if it's going to be a good or a bad session, you know? But sometimes...
For your character or for the whole party?
Whole party.
Okay.
Sometimes also, it's like... It's maybe not like a bad thing happens, but it's maybe... Because, you know, sometimes in D&D it's fun when bad things happen. So it's maybe like a big thing's going to happen. Like it's going to be, oh my god, you know, chaos. Okay. Yeah. Right. If it's like really low. So... I used to roll before all of our streams, and whenever I rolled bad, we would have terrible tech problems.
McKaylee, you caused the tech issues. Your dice are magic.
They're amazing, and I love them. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But this is why I'm doing a PowerPoint presentation on it. I'm so excited.
Do you when we've played other TTRPGs that don't use all 7 sets of dice, do you roll all of them? You do?
No. I roll all my D6s. We play the Powered by the Apocalypse games. I only roll D6s. Because the other ones, they don't have a say in those situations. So,
yeah,
you know.
They don't have a voice in that game, so.
Well, I mean, you know, like, their opinion is valid, but it's not going to change the way the situation goes. Because they're not D6s, so. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, naturally. Yeah, for sure.
Yes. I'm trying to, you know, I'm saying this and I'm explaining it. And the more I say it, I'm like, this is all a joke in my head. But then I'm like, it's actually kind of not. I feel this way wholeheartedly.
That's okay.
And it's scaring me.
I think I'm just teasing you a little bit because I am. But yes. I think it's great. I think it's good because I feel like you don't get to roll dice as much. And so that's like a great opportunity to roll some dice. Yes. They make nice click-clack sounds, and they're good.
Oh, I love dice. So nice. Man. Yeah.
I don't put my dice in jail because they do worse when I do that. So I just, I say, you'll do better next time, and I put them off to the side where they can chill with the dice I'm not using.
There you go.
I will say this. I have this very cool thing that I got from a giveaway, and it holds dice. These are the dice I used for the one shot. The amount of amount of nat 20s that this guy rolled, I was really concerned for you guys because
terrible.
I was really concerned for y'all. It was
That was a good time. It was a time.
It rolls very high, and I noted that in my brain for when I need it for
when you need to roll high.
When I need to roll high for myself, which never happens, but it's fine. It's whatever.
Love it. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have any. I think if anything, I haven't counted my sets in a while. I don't have 27.
I'm
but
pretty sure that's where I'm at. I have to recount.
I just pick the ones that are pretty colored, or that the colors fit the vibe of whatever.
Yeah,
there are certain sets
yours
I like to
all
pull
fit
together.
A very good aesthetic. Yeah,
they do. I have some of them in this because it's cute.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice.
Indeed. For sure.
I love it. Thanks for letting me talk about my whole system.
I just, I thought briefly about making your captions cover your entire face because I thought it would be funny. But you were already going, so I didn't do that.
Oh my god.
It would have been great, I think.
Wonderful.
Maybe I'll do that in the future. Once I'm a little bit more tech savvy with the captions.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah. Do you want to actually? I kind of wanted to talk about Webster a little bit. Do you want to talk about Webster?
I mean, okay. You know more than I do, so I'm here to hear it.
I don't know. I wanted to give a little context to Webster existing in multiple one-shots, because and this also kind of goes back to the timeline of the library. I know different characters have specific. It's like they're required to be in a certain time. They have to be in a certain time because they were there when the library was open to the public generally, or they were there. They're looking for the library, so it has to be lost. Yeah. So I think there's a bundle of them that are like floating wherever they need to be or wherever they end up being. And then there's a couple that have to be at the beginning or have to be at the end of, or at the end, at the present, which is, I think at least, what's the year? Thousands of years?
Thousands of years is what we said.
Yeah, it's like forever, seemingly, has been lost.
Yeah, it's a relic of time. It's not a current thing that just happened. Yeah.
Right. Which Phoebus is 1,000 years. So that's a different thing. But the library is like on a different track, I think. There's overlap and everything.
Okay.
But yes. the library is more vague on the start and end, but I do, with all of the one shots that we've played, there's a couple of confirmed spots in the timeline where things happen. I feel free to disagree on some of these things. In my brain, let's see. Did we say how old Limestone was? Limestone is the gnome that McKaylee played in January.
A couple hundred?
I thought it was a little bit younger because they lived with their community and then only recently went to the forest, but I wasn't sure if there was like a specific date.
I have it written down. Let me. Where are you, Limestone? Oh, there they are. Oh, I found it right away. Limestone Evergreen is... Nope, that's not it. Did I not make a...
Also, chat, feel free
up
to redirect...
500 years.
Oh, okay. feel free to redirect our conversation with other questions you have about TTRPGs, D&D stuff we've been up to, sort of thing, or really, you know, anything within reason, I guess. Up to 500. Okay, well, I had thought that Limestone was in the earlier part of their life.
Yeah.
Me too. That Curtis was in the middle part of his life.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, I don't know. I think it's all kind of up to interpretation on how old we want to say.
There are a couple reasons why.
Yeah.
But the only... I just want to talk about it, and it's cool and stuff. We know when Webster dies.
Yes.
But Webster was in the last one shot.
Sad.
And was vibing, doing well.
And alive. Alive and happy.
Alive and happy. And hasn't... You didn't see Brooke anywhere.
No.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Nope. Yeah. And I've seen a lot of one of the fun things, one of the tragic things about the D&D races is that all of the time spans are so, like, the lifespans are so very different between the races. So, you know, gnomes live up to 500 years and elves live longer.
She was 300 years old when we... elves live up to 750 years, so...
Yeah, and then humans are... And a lot of other ones are shorter, below 100. And I don't know, I liked the idea of... Webster is pretty old when Brooke knows them. So yeah, we determined he was like an old dude at that point. Yep.
Yeah, he was in his later years. Yeah.
Sweet old gnome. But not as old when TR and Yanni and Yugi met him.
Yeah. A young adventurer.
Yeah. Yeah, Webster is a death cleric.
Yeah, which is creepy and weird.
There's a reason.
Yeah, okay. Sure. I'm here for it. I'm ready to learn it one day.
Because I just really want everyone to know all the secrets, but I can't do that. So that would be bad. But I guess we do talk about secrets a lot here.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, that's the whole hard part, is that we build these characters and they have these crazy secrets, and then we go and do these one-shots and we're like, well, we can't. You already know their secret. So
yeah. That's true. I do hope it is enjoyable, though, at least to like see how they're played, because that's the whole that's part of the whole thing, is that character creation is kind of, especially the mechanics, can be kind of confusing.
Yeah.
And I don't know, walking through it, especially even just us walking through it for almost a year now, I feel like I get it so much more. Like, I understand so much more about it. And it's helpful for me, at least. I hope it's helpful for everyone else. Or if you just like to hang out with us because we're maybe a little cool. Maybe just a little bit.
I mean... yeah.
You keep a secret? I will say, with the Phoebus and Webster and Brooke one shot, can't speak. Brooke Brooks' research said 1,000 years, and that was known. That it was 1,000 years prior, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Quaddle.
Hi, Quaddle. Nice to see you.
We're just chatting about just miscellaneous things. Yeah, we're talking about Webster a little bit. Because I love Webster, and I will talk as much as I can without spoiling all of Webster's secrets.
That was the NPC from the one shot 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Yes.
The one that followed along and that TR was very intrigued by.
Yes.
I figured that one. They're friends. Yeah. But in the other thing though, in the one shot, do you recall? I know you were chaos with your audio, so it's possible you didn't hear this. But did you hear the amount of years of the research that Webster does?
That would be a really great question for me to have known, but I know. It's a combination of my audio was shit.
Chaos. And your connection was also shit.
And I have terrible memory.
That's true. You have terrible memory, but you have such a long dice rolling superstitious process.
That's not a hard thing to remember. You just put the dice. You put the top dice over here, the bottom dice over here, and then whenever you sort it, it works out. It's not. There's no memory.
To be honest, is this an explanation? I don't know, but I have my not covering this year. I really felt like I heard everything, and then it fell out of my ear, to the point where if you said, repeat back to me how I roll my dice, I would say, yeah, I can do that, and then I would just make assumptions and guess.
I literally have shown you how to roll my dice. I walked you through it before.
I'm aware. I know. What? Here, I'll try and do it right now. I'll do it this instant. Okay. This is that's actually also a dice rolling thing. That's that thing. This is this I painted this, and it's soft because it is for a phone. So yeah, I'll do it right now. Okay.
Yes.
Here's
do you want me to walk you through it, or do you want to just do it?
No, I'm gonna go off of memory, which, as we know,
you got it.
Dropped out of my ear. Memory. So
no, you've got this. I believe in you, Claire. I've done it for you. I've made you do it next to me.
So, Quaddle, you missed McKaylee's explanation, but I'll tell you how McKaylee does it, because my method of rolling dice is just to not put them in jail, just to scoot them to the side and be like, you'll be better next time.
I'm very superstitious, and I roll it this way before every session. Go, Claire.
Okay, this is my one set of dice I have right here. I could have grabbed a different set, but these are the jumbo ones I have. They're so cute. Look at them. Wow. Love
Amazing.
It. Okay. So we roll the dice.
You can do it.
We section them off into bottoms and tops, and the bottoms is middle down. So like on a D12, a 6 would be in the bottom.
Yes.
You're
doing great. You're doing great.
So my D12 is a 3, so I put it on the left because bottoms go on the left. McKaylee laughed about that, but I don't remember why.
Because tops and bottoms. Oh my God, Claire, it's a sexual thing.
So this is a 0 on a 10. Is that 10 or is that 1? That's a 10?
10.
Okay, so a not success or not fail is an automatic yes. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So that one's a yes.
If it's a nat success, but where do you put it, Claire? If it's automatically yes.
On the right?
No.
In the front? On the left?
The front, yeah, on the top of the dice rolling tray. You put it above the dice rolling tray. Because there's the right for the tops, there's a left for the bottoms, and there's the top for the success.
Okay. I heard you, didn't hear you. It's just, I'm just, okay. I got a 7 on my D8, and I got a 4 on my D6, so those are good. I got a 3 on my D4, so that one's also doing pretty good.
Nice.
Oh, I got double 0s on the percentile, which is a perfect.
Amazing. Yes.
Yep. I always forget what those are.
Beautiful. Doing great.
Oh, and my D20 rolled an 8, so that one's on the bottom. That's phase 1. Phase 1, yes. Everyone. McKaylee does this with 27 sets of dice.
Yes.
But I'm only doing one. So
yes. Then what do you do?
Next up, phase 2.
You roll them all.
You take the bottoms, and you take the bottoms because you leave the best for last. Is another phrase that I remember McKaylee saying.
I did say that.
You roll these at disadvantage. Yeah. So, that was a 3 on my D12.
That's an automatic fail. Automatic fail. Once you roll a 3. Because it's disadvantage. So you take the lower number. So if it rolls a lower number, it's a failure.
I thought you said you rolled them twice. But like,
well, you roll them twice if it succeeds.
It's a nat 20, but it's at disadvantage, so.
But a nat 20 is automatically a success.
Okay, so I rolled a nat 20 and a 2, which I think is hilarious, because what would happen if I rolled a 1?
But the nat 20s canceled it out. It's good. It made it. It's fine.
Okay, so now this one goes in jail.
Yes, because it rolled 3.
I don't have a dice jail.
Just put it the dice jail goes on the top right in between the nat successes and the tops. I have OCD.
Weird location. Okay. I put it in a spot. Yes. And now we roll the tops at advantage. Okay. All right.
Yeah. You did great.
Oh, that's a 1.
That automatic fail.
Automatic fail.
That's terrible. If that could go to jail twice, it would.
Okay. So that's a 4. So that's and then a 6. Oh, success.
I don't know what dice that was on.
And then my D4. That was on a 6.
Oh, okay.
On a 6. I rolled a 2 and a 2 on my D4, so it's in jail.
Because when you roll the second time, D4s mostly always succeed. When you roll the second time, the half, like, you know, when you do 4 divided by 2, it's 2.
Okay, it goes up.
The half succeeds. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So the 2 will succeed. So it's very rare that the D4s ever fail, but it happens.
She says, McKaylee, I'm going to answer for McKaylee. Yes, is the answer to that. Yes, even if there were so many of them. Although from what McKaylee said, because I was listening, is that she doesn't use all 27 of her dice for every game. She'll pick out the ones that she's vibing with and only do it for those ones. But then the other ones exist. Which is at least 4. At least 4. The other ones exist just in case too many of them are failures.
Yeah. Yes. Don't tempt me because I will make a pamphlet.
She's already making a PowerPoint, so...
I have made a PowerPoint.
I know you have.
It's great. I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be fun.
McKaylee, were you listening to me explain how I do my dice? Why don't you tell everyone how I do my dice?
Claire picks out the prettiest ones that go together in a pretty match. The end.
I don't put them in jail. I don't.
No, she does not do jail.
There's no.
We argued about whether or not you should put your dice in jail because it's become like an argument about like children raising, where it's like I've got to discipline my kids, and Claire's like, no, you be nice to them, and if they do bad, Claire puts them to the side, and then tells them they'll do better next time. It's okay, and that's it. Mine go to jail because they know what they did. They fucked me over. They gotta get out of here.
You didn't even give them a chance.
I gave them a chance and they failed, you know? That's what the method's for.
You're right. Jail builds resentment, McKaylee. You're gonna have a whole 27 sets of 27 times 7 of dice all angry at you all the time.
It's fine. It'll be fine. Also, I feel I realize I should make a clarification. When I roll all my dice for the first time, you roll it a handful at a time. So like,
I was just, I
know you were doing it one by one because you're only doing a set. I roll
and I only have this much room
as I can fit in my hand. And as I think will fit without being super cocked on my dice tray, because they don't all fit in my dice tray at one time. It's a lot of dice.
So you don't give them their individual attention, but you will individually put them in jail.
Yes, 100%.
Terrible.
They know what they did wrong. They deserve it. This is not great.
We talk about dice like they have a lot of emotions regarding how they do in perform in their moment.
There you go.
I do that too, Quaddle. These dice though, they stay by themselves, but they roll really well.
Damn. I do whenever I get new dice, because I recently got like 2 new sets of dice. I give them some time to be in their own bag or like to just sit in my dice tray. And then whenever I'm like done, like they get separated back out from the group. They don't go in my big bag for a couple of sessions. And then after I feel like they're ready, they get mixed in with everybody else. But like, they get some alone time first, Wasting good rolls. That's why I try and just stick to the method. Because if sometimes after it's like, I'm just going to keep rolling them, then I roll all those good rolls away. But at this method, the max I'm going to roll the dice is 3 times. So it's like only 3 rolls and you're out of here. Like individual dice. So nothing more than 3. But if they get a nat 20 automatically, like they're good. They only get rolled that one time. And then I'm not wasting any more goodness from them. Yeah.
I'm just thinking about if you replaced a person's name in place of dice, how wild it would sound.
I have a lot of feelings about dice in the most Superstitions.
I know. Whoa.
Yeah.
Your mic went wild.
Really? Is it still going wild?
A little bit. Let me see.
Should I shut up for a bit?
You sound sizzly. Can you refresh your your page on the thing and see if that fixes it? I also, Quaddle, I also get oh no. Where did the potato go? That's so sad. I have potatoes behind our screens. Yeah, I also get new dice for new campaign characters. That's very good. I love putting them in their own bags. I actually, these ones that I was rolling with are, I didn't buy them specifically for a character, but they fit really well with the character I was playing at the time, and so they are Maya Laura dice. Try and say something, McKaylee. Whoa. I don't know what's happening with your mic. Let me look. Things are going so smoothly. We talked about dice too much. We talked about dice and it brought strange things. Let me see. Audio settings. You're right, it did get worse. Oh, that's interesting. Wait. It is McKaylee. Okay. Good to know. Interesting. This is wild because we can still see your captions, McKaylee. Does that mean it's a me thing? Oh, it is definitely a McKaylee thing. Sweet. Oh. I agree with you that it's probably your computer, because your computer is ancient. Almost as old as that library that we built into everyone's backstory. I guess this is just, you know, a different style. If you aren't able to fix your mic, at least we have your captions. Because they seem to be accurate for the most part, you know? Wild. Oh no. I was gonna say, Marshall, one of the campaigns that we played online, we didn't use physical dice for a while, but then another campaign with the same people, I think we had met up for one, like, a couple days, and we all used our physical dice, and we were like, oh my gosh, please, can we use those when we go back to online? And it did, and it was all good. And now we use our dice all the time.
Hi, do I sound better?
Yeah, you do!
Yay, I fixed it!
That's so cool.
Do you want to know what I did?
Did you bump something?
I turned it off and back on again.
Oh, we love the simplicity. Amazing. Yes, very good. Spicy, love it. Just
what
the
was
best.
the caption?
I don't remember, but it was just saying what you were saying, so. Yeah!
Oh, cool. Love it. I'm back. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, my computer is so old. I got it for my 16th birthday. I'm about to turn 25. So, in terms of computers, that's a rather old boy.
Yeah. I think your audio
I think I need to get a new one.
Your audio and your picture might be a little off, but your captions are keeping up with your audio. But I think that that's not something I can fix in this moment, so it's okay.
You know, it's fine. At least you can hear me in a way that's not gonna hurt your brain. So,
you know, my brain was sizzling for a moment there.
It sizzled my brain. I went and listened to what it sounded like. That's how I knew it was me.
Oh no.
It was wonderful.
Wild.
Wonderfully terrible.
Just wild. Yeah. Wow. It is so old, isn't it?
This was my very first ever computer. I have to get a new one.
Yes.
RIP. Oh,
yeah.
Well.
Remember
anyone has recommendations?
Last year you were like, I don't need to update my computer. I'll just do this other thing.
I just, can't unplug it for more than 2 minutes. It's, totally normal. Sometimes it flashes and I have to restart it, and it crashes all the time.
For sure.
Fine. This is so
it's
fine.
Totally
it still
chill.
Works. So chill. If I just turn it off and back on again, it's fine.
For like the first 2 months of us doing, which, by the way, we're coming up on a year of doing randomized character builds in about 2 weeks, I think. So that's exciting. But for the first
April 27th.
April 27th. For the first 2 months, McKaylee ran all of our tech stuff. And
yeah, I did.
I don't know how your laptop did that.
Nope, it didn't. It made really loud noises throughout the entirety of every single stream. It would just be like
unaware. Yeah.
I had a goodish mic, so it helped.
There you go.
Yeah. I think our computers are the same age, Quaddle.
Oh, nice.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you for the congrats.
Thank you. We were talking a little bit earlier about what we should do for that, because that'll be, I think the 26th
a whole year
is the Tuesday of that week.
It's Tuesday. But we might also stream on Wednesday or only stream on Wednesday. I don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know what we're doing yet.
Yeah, but something fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
It's gonna be a good time.
Bake a cake.
We'll bake a cake. We should bake a cake.
We should bake a cake. That's a great idea.
Twice the amount of cakes.
So, do you bake half and I'll bake half of a cake? Is that, or do we just bake 2 cakes because we're not currently in the same place?
Good question. I don't know.
Good question.
Bake a cake.
You know, if I had forethought about this, maybe we could have been in the same location for that one.
I know.
But I didn't think about it. So one day, maybe we will exist in the same location, and then no one will be able to handle the chaos of that situation.
Oh my god, Clay! Another reason why you should.
McKaylee's trying to persuade me to move to LA. Because that's where she is, and I apparently need to be in the same location.
The clouds were immaculate yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. My one protest on that. Well, it's not protest. Anytime McKaylee would mention it, I would always say like, well, but the clouds in LA There's suck.
No
There's like no clouds, and I love clouds.
But you get clouds coming up over the mountain, and then when they do happen, it's so fucking beautiful. The pictures do not capture it. Oh yeah.
Oh, I also got a haircut.
Yeah. Me and Claire were in the same place last week, which is why we did not have a stream.
Yes.
And while we were in the same place, Claire brought haircutting scissors.
I did.
And she cut off my hair.
I did.
And then our other friend, who is also named Claire, she cut off Claire's hair.
Yes.
Yeah. So the Claires cut my hair, and then Claire cut Claire's hair.
Yep.
It was so great. It was very fun, and my roommates think I joined a cult.
Really?
Wait,
what?
Well, because Claire, can I say what we called you? Is that allowed?
Yeah,
the sister.
That's fine.
Okay, so we were together for a wedding of a friend of ours, and one of the Claires was sister of the groom, so we called her Sister Claire. The other Claire, this Claire, became ordained.
Yep.
To marry them, and so her title now. Yeah. Claire's title, guys, is Reverend Claire.
It's terrible.
So the Reverend and the sister cut my hair in a field of wildflowers in Texas. Because we did do it outside in a field.
We actually, listen, we were told, I was like, McKaylee, I'm going to cut your hair. And we told some family that were there as well that we were going to be cutting hair. And it became performance art.
An event.
It was an event.
Yes. The ring bearer, he was about 10 or 13, I can't remember exactly how old he was, he put a little hat down for us, and he put $1.05 in our performance tip jar. The little flower girls held my ponytails for us after they were cut off. It was a whole experience.
And there was like a chair. The chair was at the front of people sitting. It was fantastic. The best thing ever.
The grandparents brought out a whole love seat.
The whole thing. I felt very cool because I had my overalls on. I had all of my hair cutting supplies in my overalls.
You did.
I felt very official.
It was a professional. Yes. The Claires are going to be opening a hair cutting salon / church together.
It was Claire. What was it? It was something like Claire's hair and spare chairs or something.
So we're also going to sell chairs, and it was also going to be a church in the back. Because y'all are going to form a cult of Claires, because we also know the other Claire who was on the stream, and we were like, she could come and be a part of the Claire church.
It's just the most terrible and the best thing that could happen. Yeah. Because the thing is, it's not too difficult to get ordained to officiate a wedding. A Claire cut. It's good.
Claire. It's by the Claires.
But like one of the website that I used was talking about reasons people might want to get ordained, and one of them was to start a community. And so I saw that and I was like, oh,
Claire can start a community legally of other Claires in a Claire cult. Reverend and Sister Claire will lead the cult.
Listen, no comment.
The funny thing now, though, is Sister Claire lives in LA, and we have mutual friends. And I was hanging out with some of them this weekend, and I said, yeah, well, Sister Claire was telling me this, that, and the other. And everybody was just like, the fuck? Why are you calling her a sister? And I'm like, oh, so let me explain.
Oh my God, McKaylee.
I just got so used to saying that.
Yeah.
It's a time. Yeah.
Yeah. It was absolutely...
I'm going to change my name to Claire and join the cult.
No, McKaylee,
the
you
commune.
can't do No.
Let's go, Quaddle!
Listen. This is a lot of... I mean, it's a great name, so, you know, I don't know what to say. It's...
I mean, like...
So good.
I love it so much.
I'm gonna cry. But yeah,
Wonderful.
McKaylee wants me to be in LA because it would be good. And I agree. It would be good. I just give me a job and then I'll do it. I'll just go right away. But yeah, the thing was that you can come work in
coffee.
Now I get photos of clouds from McKaylee and also another friend who lives in LA, because I told them every time I talk to either of them and I see the sky, it is blue, which is nice, but there are never clouds in the sky. And so this is a con. I get cloud pictures on the regular.
Do some background work.
That is a good point.
Man, I was on 911 Lone Star recently, and the episode came out, and I didn't know it, and my roommate went over to our friend's house without me to go watch this fucking episode, and I was like, you watched my episode without me? So, I then went last night, and now I get to watch the show.
I think I can also do background work where I am, too. Which isn't helpful. Yeah. It's not helpful in this situation because we're talking about moving. But
yeah,
it does sound like it would be fun. I would have flexibility to do that. It's a good time. I don't know. I feel like
you get free food.
The whole like everything with the pandemic. I feel like I'm still in a hermit sort of situation, which is fine for the most part, but also. Yeah. I don't know, the transition to that style is like was so abrupt. So how do when all the things I do are like remote for the most part, how do I go back to the in-person
the regular
sort of thing?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's weird dynamics, but you're right, that would be a good idea.
You should do it. It's very fun.
I mean, that would be great. Listen, I'm just excited to eventually move, mostly because it'll be me in my car with all of my plants. Just me in my car with all my plants. And then also I'll need probably like other stuff. It's really messed up perceptions of reality. Absolutely. It's weird because McKaylee and I saw each other like a week ago and a little bit. And it was so wild because we haven't seen each other in person for months.
Yes.
OMG!
Sorry.
That's so cool.
Really cool.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
That's fantastic.
Damn. I'm sure you got paid really well for that as a core background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Wait, is that out
they filmed in Atlanta.
When is that out? Has it already come out?
Dear Evan Hansen? Yeah, it's been out for like a while now.
My perception of reality is skewed. I don't know when anything happens. I didn't realize the Spider-Man movie came out until you were talking about it because you saw it so many times. I still haven't seen it because I'm like...
Only twice.
Well, you talked about it a lot, so I don't know.
I did. It was very good and I cried a lot. I had a very cathartic experience in the theater. It was very wonderful. The second time, not as great.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
My brain just like turned off for a second there. That was wild. But yeah, I have like 30 plants or so. So what McKaylee has in dice, I have in plants. And I just like the image of the visual in my brain of me being in a car full of plants. That's the only reason to move, really, is the plant in my car.
I mean,
sort of situation.
True.
And also, the problem is that like plants, like I don't know what the names of any of these are, by the way. Like this one, grow so fast, so very fast. And so I have like 3 of these that came from one. So lots of duplicates of things, just because they grow and do stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh my gosh.
Very fun. Very fun. I haven't watched it, honestly. I'm not a big Dear Evan Hansen fan, but I'll have to try and look and see if I can find you in it. If I ever do watch it. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely will.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. I've loved it doing it so far. I've done a couple shows and a movie, and watching myself on TV is the funniest thing in the world. I get so excited about it. And all I did was sit there and look pretty.
Yeah, that's true.
Barely any acting involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
I think most everything that I'm in is out except for 1 or 2. But yeah. Euphoria was definitely the craziest one I've ever done.
So cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was me.
Lots of people texted you that don't text you normally about that, right?
Oh, I had like a ton of people reach out to me and be like, I saw it. And I was like, I didn't even tell you I was in it. How did you know it was me?
Oh my gosh.
And then I posted about it, and then more people reached out, and it was like, this is chaos. But it was, that was I had fun. It was a long shoot, though. That was a long time to shoot that scene. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I learned a lot about doing it. Yeah, it was a really big scene. It spanned 2 episodes, but I don't know. It was definitely an experience.
That I need to put onto my
watch list.
On my because I don't know. I feel like I've been watching a lot of anime lately.
Yes.
Because I have
been
for like a whole year. I did an internship with these 2 interns who are my friends now. Well, one of them was already my friend. And they were like, we like anime. Have you watched anime? You should watch anime. Oh, nice. Awesome.
Good to know.
For anyone who is curious, Warlock is a very cool audio drama that is like anime style, but in a D&D world, or D&D world in an
anime.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's the episodes are like 20 minutes. For some reason 20 minutes was like 20 hours when I said it in my brain, but I saw the caption said minutes, so I was like, oh, okay, minutes. So they're really short, and it's very good. Highly recommend doing it. Quaddle's part of that, and Claire is very part of that, like
the main character.
Yeah, like voices the main character and is just everyone's so cool. I've done a couple of miscellaneous cute little voices for that too. So
Claire's in there. I felt like I had an out-of-body experience when I listened to it for the first time and heard Claire's voice. It was weird, but it was fun.
It was weird, but it was fun also. It's very good, and we recommend that you listen to it. Yes. But yeah, I've been watching anime for almost about a year now. Because there's a lot of them and they're just good. I don't know.
It's true.
I feel like one thing in the pandemic that I got more into was going back to like animated cartoons that I liked.
Yeah.
And anime is one that I've never really watched that much as like a genre, but then I just really like them now. I don't know what happens when we say quaddle. Quaddle?
I know. What happens?
Listen, we can't. We discovered earlier that McKaylee is not something that the captions understand. I think maybe quaddle is also
my name's
one.
Not real.
Quaddle.
Wait, what does it say when you say? Oh, that's waddle.
Quaddle. Clutter. What?
I love it.
Mean captions. Listen, I like the captions. They're fun and silly, but they're also helpful, but they're also fun and silly. I don't know what the order is.
It's a good time.
Wow.
I like it. Yeah. My name's not real, though. It's fine.
But it's cute. It looks nice.
Yeah.
Wild.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been watching a lot of anime lately, so all of their shows have been on the back burner. I just finished Fruits Basket. Which McKaylee started watching, told me about, and then I quickly surpassed everything she watched.
Well, because, okay, so I've never watched anime. My roommates have tried, Claire has tried. I've watched like one episode of a couple of different ones, and nothing's really stuck with me as like, I'm interested in this and I want to keep watching. For some fucking reason, my roommate was watching this really dumb, shitty slice of life anime.
Hey, it's actually not shitty. It's not. You should take that back because it gets wild.
Told so many people like, oh yeah, I'm watching Fruits Basket, and they've been like, why the fuck is that your first one?
It's cute. I don't know what they're talking about.
I don't know why, but she was watching it in the living room. I was in the living room, and I was like, just gonna peek over my head. What the fuck's happening? And then we just started watching it and making fun of it, and it became more like like watching reality TV, where we're like, oh, it's fucking that bitch. Like, why the fuck are they doing that? And so we just scream at the TV, and it becomes really fun.
It is really fun to do that because the choices are so drastic sometimes. It's like, but just do this thing, and then it'll be okay, and everything will be fine.
Also, we hated the German kid until this one kid showed up and was mean to the German kid, and then we were like, you're not allowed to be mean to him. Shut the fuck up. And then now we love the German kid. We did a quick 180 real, it was a time.
Love it.
It was fun.
Great.
I gotta keep watching
Stuff happens, McKaylee. You gotta keep watching.
Oh,
yeah.
I've been so busy. I went to a burlesque show. I had D&D.
You have a life, gosh.
I know.
No time in the day.
Disgusting. Yeah. Well, I gotta make coffee in the day, Oh God, yeah. No.
It's there's like 2 moments where the title of the show is mentioned in the show, but other than that, it's just existing.
Fruits Basket is it's a game in like that culture that's not like it's a kid game.
Yeah, it's like a
how
childhood
we play
game.
Like pickup sticks.
Yeah, but there's like a character story associated with it, which explains why a character is a certain way, I suppose.
I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm only in season 1.
I'm being as vague as possible for your benefit
I know.
and anyone else.
Oh, no, you are. I'm just like sitting here like, ooh, what are you talking about? What's happening? What's going to happen?
But it doesn't like, I don't know. I feel like some of, like, My Hero Academia is that the name of it. You could probably pick any episode and you'd be like, oh yeah, that's the name of the show. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But for Fruits Basket, it's like
take some time.
Maybe 2 episodes. You're like, oh, this name makes total sense.
Yeah.
It's I also
weird.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say it's like weird. Like I say slice of life, but it's also like magic kind of in it.
Well, no,
and
it is slice of life, and there's a lot of genres within anime, which I think is probably why it's hard to. It was probably hard for you to like the ones you watched because you just watched ones that didn't click with you.
Yeah, and I didn't like the ones I watched were very like they had chibi, and I don't really like chibi moments. It takes me out of it. Doesn't get me as attached.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to try and watch. There's one that my roommate is fucking obsessed with. Okay. I've heard a lot about Cowboy Bebop.
I have too.
Because one of my coworkers is watching it again for like the 3rd time, and so we were talking about it the other day. He's like, "You'd like it." But the one that my one roommate is fucking obsessed with, and watches weekly with her friend is Attack on Titan.
My brother was so certain that is the anime that I would watch and then love all anime ever. That is a very specific type of anime. That is
Yep.
I watched an episode or 2 of that because my one of my friends in college was like, this show is so wild, you won't be able to sit through a whole episode of it because so much blood and gore happens, you won't even be able to, you'll have to stop. And I, being the stubborn person that I am, was like, oh yeah, I can watch it, sure, let's do that right now. And so we watched an episode of it.
Oh boy. Is it like Invincible level of gore, or is it like
I'd say maybe more.
Less. More? Okay.
Yeah, well, maybe about the same. I've not watched much of it. It is a lot, and it's a lot. It's, I don't know, I think it's also the color scheme too is like the color scheme of everything is very I feel like there's lots of grays and reds and cloudiness to the coloring of like the first couple episodes.
Yeah.
And I think for me sometimes it's hard to fall in love with a character story when it's gruesome right off the bat.
Yeah.
Which doesn't mean it's bad. I don't know. I like the cute ones. They're nice and they're like peaceful and stuff. And or the ones where you get story, you get a little more like story initially.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying exactly. We're not authorities on anime. We just are
not at
talking
all.
about it.
Only one I watch is Fruits Basket, so I don't think I know Steins Gate though.
I don't know that one either.
I've never heard of that one.
So many exist.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know. I'm getting further educated because of my roommates, but like it's more through osmosis than it is.
Your roommate is one of the interns that I was mentioning told me to watch anime. So
yeah. That's true.
McKaylee
I know. I'm literally. They have a My Hero Academia hat hanging on their bedpost right here. So, they're very into anime.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I've got a couple. That's an anime doll. I don't know what that is though. Yeah. I have a couple things. They dress as an anime character for Halloween, but one that I don't know.
I have like a lot of D&D things, so I get it.
I know. Not judging, just like different. Yeah, different hyperfixation.
I do like it though because I don't know, I feel like I played D&D first, and then a lot of the animes that I've watched, I can see how they would be like a party, like in a D&D game, and that makes me. I think when you start playing TTRPGs, you see that dynamic in a lot of media because it's a good dynamic, a group of people working together to achieve a goal who have different capabilities, and
like all bring something to the team.
Yeah, and so it's fun to think of them like that, like they're a D&D party, because I don't know, another layer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Plus, with like the character creation aspect that we like so much, I think it's fun to think about all of the like characters in like a movie or a TV show. In that way, because it's all storytelling basically, so very cool, very fun.
True.
Yeah,
I like it.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my god, I've heard so many bad things about that cartoon.
What is it?
I have not heard a single good thing. There is an original, like a cartoon from like the 80s or 90s that is.
Oh wait, I think I've
like,
heard of this.
Wizard. It's D&D. Like it's Dungeons and Dragons. I think it's like. I'll look it up. But you've probably definitely seen like stills from it as like memes. If you like look up D&D shit, it's.
I feel like I have. I think there's a lot of people on Twitter who have like their profile picture is something from that, or it's from an early source book. I'm not certain, but
Dungeons and Dragons TV series.
Wow.
1983. It is just called Dungeons and Dragons.
OMG.
3 seasons. Oh, that's where the dungeon master guy comes from. You know, the bald guy with the hair on the side and he wears the red robe? That's where that comes from.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. That is.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah. Uni the Unicorn.
Have you ever seen The Last Unicorn? Did you ever watch that? It's a movie.
I don't think so. I can look it up.
That was I have, though. Core movie in my childhood.
Aww.
It's really sad. Because it's about the last unicorn. It's
cute.
Yep.
Christopher Lee. Jeff Bridges.
I'll be honest, I don't fully remember everything that happens. But
I might just watch this now. That's cute.
It is quite good.
That's adorable. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I was gonna say something and then I forgot. So I was gonna say something and then I was looking at our hair lengths.
Oh yeah.
Because I said this at the beginning of the stream. We were gonna talk about hair a lot just because
it's new.
It's new.
It's so new. Literally like a little over a week. We just cut it last Sunday.
Yes. If I move to LA, I'll shave your head, McKaylee.
Maybe. I don't know about that one.
I'm joking, but I'll give you another haircut, basically.
Yeah. I love it. Nice.
It's kind of freaks me out about the idea of going to a hair salon because I've cut my hair the last 2 times.
3 years.
Yeah, for the last 3 years, I've cut my hair. And it seems to be okay. I would have been too scared to cut my hair this short, though, so I'm glad that somebody did it. That wasn't me.
Yeah. True.
And it'll grow. Let's see.
It will.
Let's see, McKaylee.
Yes, Claire.
Are you a combat player? Are you a role player?
Back to the questions.
I don't know. Some of these I feel like we talk about so much, but
I know. Yeah. Like the library must sacrifice.
Or you could say what your favorite spell is, because yeah, that's it, McKaylee. You have to sacrifice your.
I've already sacrificed so much of it, Claire.
Everyone just think thoughts of Claire moving to LA, and maybe I will.
Yes. I will say this is the first time in like how many, like since 2018-ish, maybe, that my hair is all natural.
Yeah.
So
I forgot that your hair is as dark as mine. Is it darker?
Because it's been light at the ends for so long, because that was where my hair was pink, and then I dyed it brown. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mostly play combat classes. I like my barbarians. I love my rogues. Half damage is my favorite way to play. But what's it called? I recently challenged myself, and I'm playing a long-term campaign as now a druid. Initially I was a bard, and then I died. So now my new character is a druid.
Yes.
And I have found the love of the spell Call Lightning. I fucking love that spell. We tend to be outside for most of our fights. So I just fucking call lightning, and then I can fuck some bitches up, and it's really fun. I feel, every time I describe it, I feel so powerful, and it's amazing. And I'm also an Aasimar in that campaign, a protector. So I can invoke my racial ability to bring out my wings, and I just kind of hover above the battlefield and call lightning on random people. And it's so much fun. And every time I tell the DM, I'm going to call lightning, he's like, okay, 60-foot radius. And he pulls out the circle on our Roll20. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that's going to cover the whole fucking battlefield, baby.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I love it.
A very good spell.
Love that spell.
I also love that you're playing a druid.
I know.
Specifically
it's so fun.
In the setting where I played a druid. Because McKaylee's playing Curse of Strahd as a druid.
For the second time.
For the second time.
Except with a different group. So
yeah.
It's very interesting. I try and be a backseat decision maker for most of it, and just go with the flow of the group. Since I've played before, there is another another player who's played this campaign before. But the DM has been doing a really good job of making it different from the source book enough so that there's decisions that I've never seen before, or situations that I think it's going to go one way because of how it went the first time for me, and it goes a completely different direction because he homebrewed some shit. Yep. And I love it. I'm having a really good time.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's funny. We just met Rictavio. And we have very different opinions from our last party on him.
Whoa.
So our last party loved that character. And I'm not going to say anything about too much. He's a very important NPC. And our party fucking was obsessed. We were best friends with him.
My character
but my party
really
now
liked
is
him.
Yeah, he was like a father figure to you, kind of.
Yeah. Well, because I joined the campaign late. So my explanation was that I was already in Barovia. Being traumatized.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, one of the characters in my backstory knew Rictavio. Yeah, we never called him by his any other name than Rictavio because we like Rictavio. Rictavio is nice.
Yeah. We haven't met Esmeralda, but we did find some things, and she has been referenced a couple times by Rictavio, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it because I'm like, my character in the first time we played Curse of Strahd, she ended up dating Esmeralda. And
Yes.
Yes, we might have had sex. It was wonderful.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was
the first, I think, isn't it the one part where the story really starts, you like shuffle. You can shuffle like the locations of important things.
Yeah.
And there's like a couple places that we never touched.
Tarot cards. We didn't need to go there.
Yeah, because we didn't need to go there, but
I have a lot. Okay, Irina in our first party, we just kind of brought her where she needed to be and dropped her off, and she was like friends with us. But like that was, my party. We adopted her. She has her dad's armor and a sword that we gave her and a crossbow that we gave her. And our fighter / warlock is teaching her how to fight. But every single time, she is like 2 levels below us. Like, she's not strong. Yeah. She can't do shit. And she fails every attack roll. She killed something recently on accident, and we were like... Yeah, very different vibes. The first party, we adopted a child. This party, we've adopted a grown-ass woman who can't do shit.
That's basically.
And that's where we're at.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fun time.
Yeah. That's cool. We reunited Irina with some people.
Her long-lost brother.
Yeah. We watched our DM do the most dramatic, emotional scene between Irina and the brother.
Can't say who.
And
I don't know if that's
I don't remember the name, so I don't.
Not.
Yeah, I don't know if that was she decided that or not. But it was everyone was crying.
That was like a great fucking session.
Yeah,
we had our first party. We had a great time in Vallaki.
The Vallaki one part of our Vallaki stint was boys' night was one of the days.
Yeah, that was the end of it. Boys' night ended with the emotional one person scene.
Yeah, but we needed to distract someone, so all of the masculine characters went to go distract, and
by getting them drunk.
And McKaylee,
they were gonna go out and party.
Yeah, McKaylee's character, and then my character as a lizard, is that right?
Yeah, you were a gecko.
Went to
I slipped you in my pocket.
Yeah, and then it just went to
chaos. Because I dressed up as a servant. I had disguised myself with because I was
you had a kit.
Rogue. I was a charlatan rogue, so I had a disguise kit. So I dressed up as a servant girl and snuck into this house with Claire in my pocket.
Yep.
And then we found somebody with the person we were looking for, but then I accidentally blew up a hole in a wall, and so the jig was up, and we had to run through the streets with the gecko in my pocket.
Yep.
And a person in my arms.
Yeah. Chase scene.
Who was fully awake. I just held them the whole time because they were tied up.
Yeah, that makes sense. Quick getaways.
It was
totally. Yeah.
So chaos. Yeah, and then it ended with a really well-placed charm person by our bard, and then a really emotional scene in a church.
It was very good.
Good times.
I loved that campaign a lot.
Yeah, I had my whole book. I took really great notes with tabs. I used tabs for everything. I had different color codes. I had a list in the back with all the NPCs' names and how we knew them, labeled out, and who their relations to other characters were.
McKaylee was our note taker, and normally is, I feel like.
I love taking notes.
I like taking notes too, but I think I've liked taking notes less for D&D stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have so many empty journals, and I'm like, you know what those could be used for? D&D.
D&D.
D&D. So
I was gonna say my favorite spells are ones I use for specific scenarios. And the two that I really like, maybe not the most, but the two that I really like, I did use in our Curse of Strahd game for really specific situations. I really loved the Dream spell. I like that one because
you didn't even have that spell.
I didn't even have that spell. So I used it through another character.
You looked up who had that spell. Yeah. You said, how can I use you?
Our friend Michael had that spell, just had chosen it and told no one. And it just worked out. I thought that I would have to persuade the DM that one of our NPCs might have that spell. But Michael had it. Hard.
Yeah. It's a good spell.
I love that. That's very good, Quaddle.
I know. I think I kind of want to do that because that's really smart. I make notes, like a little section off, being like, this is like a bracket to be like, this is not something my character knows. But I like that a lot because I think that's just, I don't know it. I don't have it written down, so I'm definitely going to forget it because McKaylee has bad memory. But then I wouldn't have to worry about metagaming. Yeah, Claire, continue.
I'm so happy you think about that because I do too.
I think about it all the time.
You think about it all the time? That makes me feel cool. It's so fun.
I was so like, what's the right word for this? I don't want to say that like you backstabbed me, but like,
oh yeah, no, I did kind of. Well, here's the thing too. You after that session,
I needed it.
After the session before the dream spell happened, oh, that does suck a little bit, Marshall. That's yeah. You guys were all of you were taking notes during the one shot a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "What are you writing?" I was so into what's happening. Everyone's writing all the things that are
because you were saying things, so I wrote it down.
That's true. That's a good point.
Even though I knew it was a one shot, I was like, hey, I gotta take notes.
I think I didn't write that to be a one shot. I wrote it to be a one shot, but I realized I can't prepare a one shot without knowing the characters, and also I can't prepare a one shot that doesn't leave some sort of open ending because it doesn't. I don't know. It just I'm curious about story stuff, so I just leave it open so that the possibilities there, you know. Yeah, no, at the end of the session before we used the dream spell, you looked so distressed because our characters had this argument and split up. Like, my character flew away.
Esmeralda broke up with me.
Esmeralda broke up with you. You broke up with, you basically were like, there's nothing you can do. She tried. She so tried. And you were just like,
I also went and took like 10 curses, and she was like not happy about that.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, so
she was very against that.
Upset. My character was concerned, and I like went left, and then McKaylee left, and then the two people left, split up, hoping to run into both of our characters. And you looked so distressed. Like, we were talking after the game.
I was gonna let Sven die.
Yeah, I know.
Fully. I was prepared to say bye.
I think I kept saying, like, no, just trust me, it'll be fine.
Terrible. Yes.
True. I also do that, Marshall. It's like, oh, you're wanting to do something? Yeah, you can do that. Wait, maybe you should roll for it, actually. Oops. Let's see how well you do it. Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, you have to roll things in D&D. I forgot. Yeah. My bad.
I do really love the dream spell, also because I didn't know about it until I was looking into it, and I was surprised by how little things you have to do for it to be successful. That was kind of weird. Yeah. There's no distance requirement.
You just have to have the slot for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you don't have to cause damage. they don't have to make any rolls if the dream is like okay, but if you want them to take psychic damage and like not have a long rest, then they have to make a save. But you can just use it, which is so cool. But another spell I really like for no reason is Feign Death.
For no reason. Shut the fuck up.
Listen, no, when I say for no reason, it's like I would never use that spell except for the one time I used it. That's what I mean.
Okay.
That's what I mean. For no, like I would never use that spell. My character was people in her backstory died in Barovia, and that was hard. And then one of our characters got cursed. One of the party members got cursed. Yeah, it's the dream spell is wild.
It's whack.
It's like you can
just give people dreams.
You can just give people nice dreams, and then nothing happens. They just get a nice dream. I don't think I can't.
Like, what if?
I was gonna say I can't remember if you have to have met the person or not. I don't think you have.
It's known to you. Yeah, a creature known to you.
Okay. But like that's so vague. Like known to you could just
and the components are really, really like you just need a handful of sand, a dab of ink. The one thing is a writing quill plucked from a sleeping bird, so that might not be easy to get. But it depends on if your DM is going to be super crazy about the
But it's
about
pretty
components.
Open to do what you want with it, which is so fun. There's so many possibilities.
You can't do it to elves, though.
That makes sense.
Because they don't sleep.
I was glad you were a human. I saw that and I was like, listen, this is great for me. You couldn't do it to my character, though, because she was an elf.
Yes.
Whenever I was looking into this spell, I saw a lot of people who, like on Reddit and stuff like that, who said that they used it for like they gave the BBG nightly like dreams about
nightmares,
like either nightmares or just like chatting them up, sort of like appearing in their dreams so that they would maybe not be shocked to see them, or just lots of really interesting and creative things.
I like that. I like using spells for creative purposes more than just like getting the ones that'll hit the hardest. Like doing it in different circumstances is fun.
In code thoughts.
Literally me looking it up right now. I love it.
Oh, cool.
I love it. This is from Raven. Okay.
I think the thing about playing, and especially with new people too, is that I hope that the games that I play have stuff like that, like creative uses of things,
opportunities.
Because there was a game that McKaylee and I played. It was a disaster in general, but I tried my best to use a cantrip creatively, and they just didn't say anything about it. They were like, that doesn't really work like that. I was like, but I'm using my brain.
Come on, guys.
Just let me thinking with my brain. Let me adapt.
Yeah.
To but that's just happens if you just jump into a game and you don't know people, I guess.
This is really cool, actually. I did not know about this spell. I don't play wizards, so that would be why I don't know about this spell.
That's true.
Yeah, if it's only on the wizard spell list. I have never actually played a D&D game with a wizard except for a one-shot that I ran, and that's it.
Wild.
Yeah, I've never played with one, and I don't think I ever will play one in the present time.
Never say never, McKaylee.
Wizards scare me.
They scare
so
you
much
because they're spells.
Yeah,
that's what I say, Quaddle. That's what I say.
Yeah.
But can I tell my Feign Death story? Because I kind of want to.
Of course. Are you doing ooh hands behind the microphone? Oh, okay. I was like, I see you going like this. What is happening, Claire?
It does kind of look like that. I'm just, I was gonna wear these earrings, but I have headphones on, so like, why would I do that?
Doesn't work.
So I'm just
tell your story.
I'm fidgeting with them, basically, is what's happening. So if you hear little, I don't think you can hear that. I don't know. It's whatever. Yeah. So one of our party members got cursed. Because you can get cursed out the wazoo in Curse of Strahd. And
that was because of they were a warlock in their patron or something.
I think there was a backstory thing tied into it.
We didn't fully know what the fuck was going on with him.
Until we run that game as DMs, I don't think we'll know what happened from the book or what happened from our DM just making shit up.
She made a lot of shit up.
She did, and it was great.
Best way.
Yeah, so this character had sort of importance to my character in like a sort of way. And
with him. But he would never know because he's dumb and not perceptive.
A little bit, but it was also because of
player and a
backstory thing, I guess. I don't know. But we determined that the way to break the curse would be for that character to die.
So I offered to just kill him. It'd be easy, no big deal. We'll just resurrect him. It'll be fine. Just let me fucking murder him.
But my character didn't want to hear that because of previous people that she cared about dying in Barovia. And so we were in, is it the temple? Spoilers for Curse of Strahd, but in the temple, I think?
Yeah, we were in the temple.
Yeah. And we got
that was after we got a bunch of
we got a what is it called? Like those like that robot guy?
Shield Guardian.
Shield Guardian, that's right. We got the Shield Guardian because there's 1,000 treasures in that temple, and so that's one of the ones we got.
Oh my gosh.
And whoever has the Shield Guardian, you can basically like put a spell into it, and then it will cast when you tell it to. So like you could say like, oh, when my friend here is below, the way that we had it ruled, I don't know what the exact like wording is, but when my friend is very low on HP, give it a healing spell or something like.
Yeah, so you cast it like ahead of time, and then you're not gonna waste. It'll be like a stored spell.
Yes, yeah. So you could store a spell, and then either have it cast when the person in charge of the Shield Guardian wants it, or in the amulet wants it, or when you dictate it to be cast. And so we had a fight, and I put a healing spell in it. And I was like, my character was like, also the Shield Guard, whoever's wearing the Shield Guardian gets half damage because the Shield Guardian takes the damage.
And the curse that the character was getting was that anytime we got damage, any of the party members, that person was taking our damage. So we never got any damage.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, sweet, perfect. You get to have the Shield Guardian. My character was like, you get to have the Shield Guardian so that you won't die. He'll have all your damage. My character was like, please God, don't die. There's probably a solution for this curse in this temple because we were told that maybe there was. But like the fallback was just you had to die is the way I interpreted the situation.
That's what we figured it out as. Yeah. I don't remember how we figured that out.
Well, I think it was also kind of like, well, you're going to keep getting hit points. Then you got to die. So,
I think it was like a turn it off, turn it back on situation where it's like, if we just kill him and then bring him back, maybe he'll be a whole new person.
Yeah. So then we were like, well, but because then we also knew that there were circumstances to dying in Barovia that would maybe be bad. So I feel like it was... we weren't sure if that was the solution, but we were like, probably this is the solution.
There's also a thing in the temple that could resurrect people, which is why we wanted to go there.
Right. So my character was set on keeping this character alive. And so I put a healing spell into the shield guardian. We had a fight, and it cast the healing spell, and it was good. And then before we went into the other room, I cast another spell on the shield guardian. But because I had already cast the healing spell on it, I didn't say what I cast on it. I just said that I'm gonna cast another spell on it. And so we go into the other room and we're fighting because there's stuff in there because it's close to the treasure or whatever. And I had instructed the shield guardian to cast the spell at a certain point. And this spell says that you it has to be a willing creature. So our DM said, the shield guardian is going to cast a spell on you. Is that okay? And the player was like, yeah, that's okay.
Totally, that's fine. It's been the healing spells.
Yeah, and then the shield guardian cast the spell, and the character dropped dead, appeared to be dead, and nobody knew it was happening. Because I put Feign Death on it. And the thing about Feign Death is that you have resistance to all damage except for psychic damage. So the shield guardian takes half the damage, and then the Feign Death takes more damage away. Because my character's purpose was to make sure that this character didn't die for reasons. You
were in love with him.
Oh yeah, a little bit, sure.
They were my ship. I don't know if it was actually true at all, but I wanted them to be.
McKaylee mailed me sticky notes where she shipped our characters. It was hilarious.
Oh, is this it?
Yeah,
it's
my character really wanted to save that character.
Yeah,
and
because he loved him.
I think it was he was getting really low on hit points too.
Yeah.
As it makes sense. And then my character stood in front of him sort of thing. Yeah. I think I don't think my DM thought it would work. Because she was like, yeah, you can try that, I guess. But then they ended up then after we fought all the things, they ended up bringing the character, my character brought that character, healed a little bit and, did whatever you had to do to break it, I think. I don't remember. McKaylee has her notes.
Well, the thing is, I remembered I was going through my notes. That, when we get to the temple is literally, where my notes in my book ends and where it starts being loose sheets of paper that I've shoved in here. And half of these loose sheets of paper are from the wrong fucking campaign. Their notes, it was like Rosie's doing this. And I was like, that's okay, continue.
Not character. Because she the character in her backstory that died in Barovia looks a lot like that character. It was, but they were, to be fair, all of the other characters were ready to just kill him. And I think my character was the only one who was like, please don't kill him.
Yeah, I was about to stab him multiple times. I also hated that. My character wasn't a big fan of that character. We butted heads. Almost as much as I butted heads with your character.
Yeah.
So we weren't great friends. So I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna stab you. I'm fine with killing people.
Yeah. And so if we were trying to avoid death, I thought that was a pretty good idea.
He ended up dying anyway. I think I ended up, because I thought he was dead, and then you healed him, and he came back to life.
Yeah.
And then
my character left the room.
I did kill him. Yeah, you left the room, and I think he stabbed himself.
He tried. That's right. He tried to go to the resurrection thing, and it was like, this might not actually work at all. And you'll also be so my character was like, gotta go, can't be here. Gotta leave the situation because ouch.
It was fine, and it was okay.
Yeah, no, it was fine. There was an annoying situation that happened after that, but if you'll know if you die in Barovia. So
that's true.
Yeah.
I think our DM enjoyed that more than any of us did.
Honestly, me too.
We were all like, yeah, it was time.
I just like I like spells that you can use sort of sneakily. See, sneaky spell usage.
You're the best at it, honestly.
I like secrets.
You're very good at doing that shit. I know, we gotta get you in a campaign.
Strategy brain says, what can I... Also, I think it's... I don't know. That's why I like spellcasters. Because there's a lot of versatility in what you can do. Even though there's limits. And I know that you see that the opposite, where there's more versatility in the... I am a chaotic player. I love the chaotic alignment. Whenever Michaeli and I played Children, I decided that child was more chaos than I have ever played because she was a child.
I would literally hold you back from jumping off of airships because you were like, that'd be fun. I'd be like, tell
you. Mislead? Okay, I'd look it up right now.
Give you my lookup thing.
Spells are so fun.
Lead. I enjoy it, and I enjoy looking up spells and picking spells for characters I'm never gonna play. I don't like doing it.
Oh, that's cool. You become invisible at the same time an illusory double of you appears where you're standing. I love that. That's good. That's nice.
It can speak? Why are you... But you can use its senses. Oh my god, you can go hide yourself and then just look through it. That's so cool. Who can use this? Just bards and wizards? Damn.
It says optional warlock on the thing I'm looking at. How do you look up spells? I use one of those apps. It's called Spells 5e.
Oh, I type in the spell name 5e, and then whatever comes up first is generally what I use. I typically use Wikidot though. That's my favorite place to have my information pulled up on. I don't know why. I just like the format.
It's very cute and simple.
Cute. I like it. I like it. It's fun.
Twilight clerics can get this, and Fey Wanderer Rangers, and it's optional for Warlock.
Fey Wanderer Rangers. I'll play that next. I'm working on my backup character. I would like to play Warlock, but I don't know about that because I played it once and I didn't fully like it. But it was a one shot. But I wanted to do more than just Eldritch Blast was the problem. Yeah. So
that's so cool. I love that. Oh my gosh. So fun.
So good, man. So fucking good.
Wow.
I think most of my characters that I'm playing now, at least, are hiding from people. It's like, I need to change that backstory thing, because that just seems to, in different ways, for different reasons. But like,
on one hand, it's like lots of people, I'm hiding from lots of people, but my DM isn't gonna put all of them in my path, versus I'm hiding from lots of people and my DM's absolutely gonna put all of them in my path, is the like dynamic. It's just
my one character was hiding from some very, very bad people, and they've already found us, and we did fight some of them, and I did kill one of them. But there's definitely more to her backstory that might show up later.
Wow. A Tabaxi Warlock. That's so fun.
Yeah, that's really cool. You know your subclass yet for your Warlock? I know there's going to be a delay, so it's going to take a second for you to text it. But I love the flavor of Warlocks. I think they're really cool, and I like picking patrons and stuff. And like, I think it's fun to think of what your invocations are going to be. But like, yeah, Pact of the Tomb. Yeah, that was the one that I built, was Pact of the Tomb, and I only played it for a one shot, which I think is like, I should build another Warlock and do more. Ooh, a celestial warlock.
That's cool. I feel like that one would be so fun. I like Twilight Clerics too. All the star. I like Circle Stars Druids are fun too. So all the star sky things are super fun. That's so cool.
Fun. Funny, I've been doing a lot of earthy characters, and you've been doing a lot of starry characters.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Apparently I have my druid is a circle of the land.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I'm building an Earth Genasi right now, but I haven't picked what her class is going to be yet. So, yeah. I'm doing the art first because I'm backwards, but it's
fine. That just made the warlock chatting. The character in my character's backstory that died was a warlock whose patron was an archfey. That I attempted to persuade our DM to let me multi-class with warlock, but it ended up just being a toxic relationship with the patron, which was so dramatic in the best way.
It was rough, man. It was fun because then that was what our PvP started because of your fucking patron. And our warlock being pissed that you were going down the same path as him, being like, you're not, like, you're going to regret everything. I regret everything. And you being like, but I'm different. And then y'all fighting. And then we were all fighting. And
yeah. I think that was also me, Claire. That was my attempt to connect a little more with that character. Because our party was so disjointed at the beginning. We were like, why are we here?
We all hated each other. Like, it didn't make sense.
Yeah. So yeah,
we were only together because we needed to be.
Yeah, I was trying to use that as like an opportunity for them to for there to be some different dynamics other than like we're all just here together.
Yeah.
Trying to get out. True. Circle of Stars is really fun. The features like on one hand, it's like, how do you choose which with Circle of Stars, you can Circle Stars Druids, you get these different constellation
your starry form.
Yeah, the starry forms. There's 3, I think? And they all have
there's
the ones
chalice,
like has to do with
the dragon.
The chalice.
I don't know what the other one is.
I will tell you in a second. I will pull it up because because I have it here.
I love it. Yeah, I'm currently in my one Frost Maiden campaign. We have a Circle of Stars druid. She tends to mostly use it's the archer, right? She tends to mostly use the chalice. Yeah. There's the archer, the dragon, and the chalice, I think.
Is a dragon
there's
one
more.
Of them? I don't think dragon.
Thought there was. Am I wrong?
Okay,
I was wrong. She mostly only uses the chalice though, because she gets to do double healing, and we all die.
Oh, dragon is one of them. You're right.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty lit.
I also like it because I pictured it as like a tattoo showing up on your like forearm or something, and that made me happy because a starry tattoo constellation,
very cool.
That fades and then you can change it is cool. It's pretty. Or maybe they're all over your body and they just light up when you use them. That's also cool.
I kind of imagine if I ever built one, I'd want them to like turn into an ethereal, like starry being as when they like do it, you know, like they look like they're made of stars.
Okay.
So like their whole body with the constellation of like whatever it is, like in their center.
Very cute. Wow. I love it.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah. I do like that aspect of playing a spellcaster is when you like get to go in depth on what it looks like when you cast the spells and like how it manifests, like when it attacks whatever creature you're doing. I think that part's really fun. But some parties are not, they don't want to hear that. They just want you to do it and tell how much damage it is. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But I don't know. That's the one part that I really like. I like the storytelling.
Yeah. Which I think that we like the stories with the characters and stuff, and we do that on the regular over here. The captions can't pick up my gibberish. Did you see that they flickered? I don't think you can see it actually, McKaylee, but
nope. Wait, it's coming up.
The delay.
Nope.
The delay.
Yep, it did not. It did not.
It doesn't know what to do. Aren't you banned from saying that in your apartment? Is that you? Is that somebody else?
That is me. Not like a high key, just that my roommate was like, I don't like that like joke. Stop saying that. And then we were like, okay. And then we
okay.
Yeah.
It just is, you know?
I did just hear my roommate shout my name, and I don't know why, and it made me a little nervous, but it's fine.
Maybe they heard you doing the sounds.
Maybe.
And you're being scolded from far away.
True. Well, they weren't shouting at me, I don't think. Oh. I don't know. They also know that I do this. It's a time.
It is almost towards the end of when we normally stop, actually.
That's true.
We've just been vibing.
Oh, man. I know. This has been... I've loved this. I needed this. Honestly, a good D&D chat.
This is what... almost not every time, but a good amount of times after our like Curse of Strahd sessions and stuff, I feel like this is what we would do. Like with this, we would just like talk about shit like this. So
yeah, that was during the pandemic was when we played Curse of Strahd, like the height of it when we were quarantined.
The beginning of it, yeah.
The very beginning is when we had just started that campaign like the week before. We all got like forced into our homes, and it was like, well, I guess we'll play over Zoom.
Did you ever play?
And it was really great. No.
Okay, so you like
because everyone was at home for spring break,
right? Okay,
and
that makes
so
sense. We were like, and there was a Discord too, so that was like also right.
Yeah. So we played online, and it was nice whenever we'd finish. Like this was our only social experience, so we'd sit here and do this, and so it's nice to just sit and talk about D&D every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Reminisce about characters. Talk about the library.
Yes. Maybe we'll dedicate a whole thing to just doing library stuff because there's a lot of library shit.
We should write out like what we need to do to build that out fully. And I think,
you can do anything you want in D&D. You just gotta start.
Yes. Well, we need to get a name. We need to figure out like the timeline. We should name our world too.
Oh yeah,
we're building a world at this point.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. We should do some world building stuff. Let's do that one day.
Okay.
You just chat about our world.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm saying it, so maybe we'll do it.
Speak it into the reality.
Into existence.
We're super glad that everyone in chat is having a good time. It's very good. And we don't know. Oh wait, next week.
Yes. We're not going to be here next week.
We're not going to be here next week. April, we didn't realize April would be such a weird month, but it is a weird month.
It's been very chaos.
Yeah.
But we're taking off next week, and then when we come back, the last Tuesday of the month, that'll be the day before our 1-year anniversary of this chaotic stream. So do check our Instagram and Twitter most likely. We'll probably be telling you
what's happening.
Yeah, what more succinctly what's going to be happening those days, maybe just one of those days. Yeah. We're not sure yet, but we're going to do something really fun to celebrate. Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Thanks y'all for always coming and hanging out and chatting it up. It's been a really fun year doing this so far, and I'm excited to see what happens in this next year.
Me too.
I know we're not at the anniversary yet, but we're almost, and I'm really excited. Yeah.
Yeah. We hope everybody has a good one. Good night.
Have a good one, y'all.
Good whatever is where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we'll see
y'all
in
next time.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah. Good night, y'all.
Okay, bye.
Have a good one. Bye.